Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a wonderful recipe, super quick, for those of you who want to lose weight and are looking for quick tips to replace lunch or dinner. It doesn't have wheat flour, it doesn't have gluten. You're going to love this recipe because it's cheap, quick, and turns out amazing. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love quick, easy, cheap, and nutritious recipes, you're going to love this channel. Take the opportunity to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day and you're going to love them. Let's get started here. I'm going to turn on the heat and start warming up the pan. Just a reminder, as always, the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information will be down below in the description. So now I'm going to add the olive oil. And into this olive oil, before anything else, I'm going to saute my onion to really bring out its flavor. Whenever we saute vegetables, we can extract more flavor from them, and that's going to be essential for our delicious recipe. I also have a video here on the channel talking more about the benefits of onions. What happens if you eat onions every day? How onions are good for your immunity. So all of that will be down below in the description. Let's let this brown a little first. Hold on. So once the onion is a bit wilted, I'm going to add our cabbage here. Let me just use my hands to add it. And remember that cabbage is great because it's high in fiber and very low in calories. I'm going to add the salt here and then the carrot. Let me mix this up a bit first and let the cabbage wilt, which happens quickly too. I'm just going to lower the heat a bit here, and then I'll add the carrot and the last ingredient for our filling. So hold on. Remember that cabbage is excellent. It's high in fiber and low in calories, so it makes us feel full even though it has very few calories. It's what we even call a negative calorie food. Because it has so few calories, it's really interesting, especially for those who want to lose weight, precisely because it takes up a lot of space in the stomach without having much impact. Now that the cabbage has wilted, I'm going to add a bit of carrot as well. Remember that carrots are rich in fiber and beta-carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A. And on top of that, they also add a special flavor. I have videos here talking more about the benefits of cabbage and carrots. I have playlists with cabbage recipes, carrot recipes, so if you don't know what to do with these vegetables, always remember to check my playlists. Now I'm going to cover this for a bit to let it wilt some more on low heat. And then, finally, I'll add the last ingredient. And now that everything has wilted down more, I'm going to add, lastly, the sweet potato. But I'm using the sweet potato with orange skin and flesh. It has even more beta-carotene, more antioxidants, but all sweet potatoes are very healthy, have a low glycemic index. There's this kind, the more yellow one we're used to, and the purple one. Which one is most common in your city? It might all end up looking like carrots, but it's not. It's sweet potato. And I added it at the end because if we put it in earlier, it would end up turning into a puree, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to give it another stir now. It doesn't need to be mixed too much because it'll soften up with the steam here. I can even leave it just like this, still covered and on the heat, and it'll wilt a bit. Then we'll give it another stir and move on to assembling everything. Hold on. All right, so here are my prepared vegetables. I'll set them aside here, just leave them here. Let's make a batter here first. I'm going to take the eggs and beat them here to break up the yolks with the whites. Just a reminder, I have a video here on the channel talking about what happens if you eat eggs every day, and I'll leave it down below in the description for you. Now I'll add the milk. I'm just using regular skim cow's milk, but you can use whichever milk you prefer. There's even a video here on the channel talking more about milk as well. If you want to know more about whether milk makes you gain or lose weight, some details, the difference between skim and whole milk, that will be down below too. Here I have natural yogurt, also skim, to have less saturated fat, but if you want to use whole yogurt, if that's your preference, that's totally fine. I prefer to remove the fat from milk and cheese and add the healthy fat from olive oil, which is monounsaturated, rather than use the saturated fat from cow's milk, but that's really up to you. Now I'm going to add a bit of salt for seasoning, a little black pepper, which is also optional, but I think it gives a really great flavor. I'm going to add the baking powder now, just to make it easier and to help everything mix together better. And now, green onions, to give it a special flavor as well. And the more seasoning we use, the less salt we need. So that's better for us, not to get bloated, for our health and for our blood pressure. And now, lastly, we add the chickpea flour. You can see that it's just a very small amount of chickpea flour, just enough to give our batter the right consistency. And remember that chickpea flour is rich in fiber and is high in protein, so it's an excellent addition. You can use oat flour if you prefer. They both naturally do not contain gluten, so all of this makes them much more interesting, a much healthier option than wheat flour. The batter already looks great, and now it couldn't be easier. We're just going to mix everything together here. So I take our vegetables and add them to our mixture. And when you make this recipe, tell me in the comments how yours turned out. I'd love to know. My mouth is watering because it smells amazing. And share this with anyone who would like it, with anyone who needs it. Let's spread this chain of goodness together, you and me, because that's what I want most for this channel. So these wonderful recipes can reach more people who need healthy and delicious ideas for their daily lives. So look, we're mixing everything together. My bowl almost wasn't big enough. The good thing about making it with lots of vegetables like this is that it yields a lot. The recipe really grows. So it's great for serving several people. Let's give it a good mix before putting it in our dish. Hold on a second. So, everything is mixed together. I'm going to grab my baking dish, which I've already greased with a bit of olive oil, and I'll put our mixture in here. And now we're going to bake this. Look how much it makes. It's really great, and it's an inexpensive recipe, which is something we need these days. Healthy recipes that fit people's budgets. So we press it down like this, so everything gets more coated with our batter, which is delicious. Look at that, how wonderful. And now, to give it that special touch, I'm going to add a bit of light mozzarella. This is optional. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you want to use another type of cheese, that's fine too. Just remember that different types of cheese will have different calorie counts. I have a video talking about this here on the channel. I'll leave it down below for you, in the description as well. Let's put this in the oven to bake at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. When it's done, I'll cut a piece, taste it here with you, and tell you how long it took. So hang on, I'll be right back. I've already cut it and put it on the plate, but come take a closer look inside to see how it turned out. Look, make this, it's going to be a huge hit at your house. It comes out golden and delicious, the whole family will love it, and it's a different way to eat vegetables. It's more hidden for kids and for people who are a bit more resistant. Remember that I have a playlist here on the channel with low-carb recipes and another one with lunch and dinner recipes. I'll leave them down below for you. And tell me which vegetables you're going to use to make this recipe. I'd love to see your comment. Give the video a like, it really helps me out. And share it with anyone who needs it. Let's spread this chain of good together. That's what I want here on the channel. Now let me have a taste. Wonderful. The sweet potato gives it a really unique texture, firmer, which contrasts with the vegetables that are more cooked. So make it, because I'm sure you're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.